Okay, true story. I had a like a family emergency, so I had to run out of the cockpit. I think we're okay. It looks like we're back at it. Hold on, make sure we are. Yep, looks like we're back. Test 1, 2, make sure we're working and we're on. Yeah, we are. Okay. Brian, would you get our IFR clearance, please?
I'll get our IFR clearance now.
Brian, cancel that. I mean, would you get our takeoff clearance? We're ready to go.
I'll request takeoff clearance now.
Fort Lauderdale clearance, Allegiant 236 requesting IFR clearance. We have information, Quebec. Give me 1 second for that clearance.
Spirit is about 9 miles out, so we're in good shape to take off. All good.
Allegiant 236 cleared to Asheville via the Frisbee 2 departure, then is filed. Climb and maintain 4000. Expect flight level 34010 minutes after departure. Departure on 118.1 squawk 1614. Expect runway 10 left.
Fort Lauderdale clearance, Allegiant 236 cleared to Asheville via the Frisbee 2 departure, then is filed. Climb and maintain 4000. Expect flight level 340 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 118.1, squawk 1614. Anticipate runway 10 left.
Allegiant 236 readback correct.
Allegiant 236, we're holding short runway 10 left, ready for departure.
Allegiant 236, you are on clearance frequency. Contact ground or tower for departure instructions.
Switching to ground or tower for departure instructions, Allegiant 236.
I'm not sure what's wrong with our landing gear. Have issues. Brian, please get our takeoff clearance.
I'll request takeoff clearance now.
I have a weird problem with my landing gear. We're going to see if that clears up.
Allegiant 236 holding short of runway 10 left, ready for takeoff.
Allegiant 236 Fort Lauderdale Tower, runway 10 left, wind 080 at 6. RNAV elbow cleared for takeoff.
Runway 10 left, RNAV elbow cleared for takeoff. Allegiant 236.
I'm not going out yet. I'm waiting for Spirit to come in. Something's wrong. So they don't talk. So ATC doesn't talk to see intentions. So that is why I waited. Right, let's see what happens with the landing gear here. Something's not right. We'll see if it clears up once I get airborne. Guess we'll find out. Feels okay. N1. Rotating.
Positive rate.
Gear up. It does look like it cleared up once I got off the ground.
400.
Contact departure on 118.1.
Switching to departure on 118.1. Allegiant 236.
Right. Autopilot engaged. Landing gear to off. RTO to off.
Miami departure, Allegiant 236. Good afternoon. We're climbing through 1,000.
And flaps retracted. And we are at 4,000. And they haven't. I've got no further instructions, so we're good. We should get probably a bump when we get to Elric, I think. Yeah, it should be coming. About 2 miles out, we'll get
Miami approach, my destination
a fist bump.
airport is 64 Foxtrot Alpha. Destination Lady Ranch, maintain VFR at below 1,500, departure 119 or 0.45, 4444, expect runway 12, says the 152.
Bring back correct.
Miami approach, Cessna 152 with you at 1,500, bearing 005, approximately 53 miles from my destination airport.
We're hold fast till we get the green light to climb. So we're at 4,000 right now on our departure. I would really like to climb to get out of this.
Spirit Wing 3647, climb and maintain flight level 270.
Climb and maintain 270, Spirit 3647. Miami departure, what is the next waypoint? Spirit Wing 3647.
We have yet to get a indicator to climb. Let's see what's going on. Brian, have you received any additional instructions to climb, or are we still at 040?
We're cleared to climb and maintain 4,000. Expect flight level 340 10 minutes after departure.
All right. In that case, three 40. And we'll let VNAV manage it up. Maybe we can finally kill these windshield wipers. So that weather map, this is 12.1 to 12.2, and I think the weather map's fine in Zibo, or I like it. I don't have a problem with it. I never really got a chance to immerse myself in the beta, 12.3 beta, to see if it was much better. But once again, I had some stability problems because I like using traffic global, everything else, and I just kind of went away from it and stopped using it.
Dear guests, we have just climbed above the safe altitude. You may now use your electronic devices. Please ensure that they are set to airplane mode. Thank you for your attention.
Okay.
Zulu Bravo 738, Fort Lauderdale Hollywood INTL approach. Wind 011 at 5 knots. Active arrival runway 10L. Parking new ramp start 2 reserved.
Alright, we're on climb out at 120, climbing to 340 now. I've got some spare time now, so we're going to go ahead and go to our arrival. Oh no, excuse me. We're going to go to our approach. I'm going to go ahead and do 40 at 145 for our VREF, and I need to set the flight directors to 347. And our ILS frequency for arrival is 110.50. And I'm way early on that, but I went in. Those are set up, so we're good for that. We'll climb up to 340. Let's set our heading mode to match our path. Clouds up here. These are real-time, real weather clouds. Try to set it in real weather. Alright, we're still climbing. Let's go to STD, a standard. Climbing, climbing, climbing. We are going to hit some stormy weather. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to request a different flight altitude, flight level, or if we're going to stay where we are. Messing with the clouds. Like the colors. What do you say we try it? We're going through it. We're gonna proceed toward the clouds, which is a big no-no. But we're gonna go ahead. Okay. We are about 505 nautical miles outside of Asheville, so it will be a little bit, and we are going to hit some weather to get above these clouds. Let's see what happens. Let's try it. Wow, that is really good. Look at those clouds. How do they look underneath? I think they look pretty good. It's good. Great, I'm getting my coffee. I'm leaving my pilot monitoring, but I'm getting the coffee right now. Is 6:10 Eastern time, or that would be 18:10 Eastern time. I'll be right back.
Cessna 2022, climb and maintain flight level 240.
Quebec, we're at 3,000 feet level.
4,000 to go.
sorry for the brief break. I had to get coffee. I like where we are right now. I think we're just right. We've still got some climbing to do, but where it says here we're at 2.6. What's that? 340. Okay, we're already there. Okay, so let us take this. Nice signs. Take the seatbelt sign off.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again from the flight deck, seatbelt signs off. You are free to move about. Please remember while singing to keep your seatbelts fastened. We'll update you once we start our descent. For now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight with us.
Alright. By the way, cloud covers there. Man, that looks good. Right there. Does that not look good? Wow. Good job landing on. Good job on that. Wow, that looks so good. Well, occasionally there's some clouds that pop up and I'm like, yeah, is that really, is that believable? I don't know, maybe. But the side cloud, that looks really good. So those clouds over there, let's try the other side. Yeah, it does. It's believable. We're cruising at 340 now, and we are about 405 nautical miles outside of Asheville. So we're actually going to Asheville, North Carolina. We've got a lot of headway. Yeah, we're still a lot of cruising here. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try something on this. I'm going to get to it here. Do an intervention, a speed intervention. I don't know if it'll give us much more right now. In fact, Brian, how fast are we going in kilometers and miles? Excuse me, as in knots and miles per hour? How fast are we going?
We're currently at 451 knots, which is about 833 kilometers per hour, or 519 miles per hour.
About 519 miles per hour. Okay. Let's do a speed intervention, and it says there's 7.7. Let's bump that up to 8.1. So we're gonna go up to Mach 0.81. And we'll see what kind of speed difference it gives us. Right now, wait a minute. Speed up a little bit. See if it matters. It may not matter at all. There's a chance. I do like the altitude we're at because it seems to be right above the clouds. Ryan, what's our speed, both in knots and miles per hour now?
We're currently at 475 knots, which is about 547 km/h.
Made a big difference. Big difference. So that should put us in about 45 minutes. And I'm gonna pull up. So airport, sim brief flight for KFLL, KAVL. And that'll let you, that's a better view of where we are right now. So we've still got a little bit of distance to go, but that shows you where we are in terms of inside of Florida. With KAVL. Now we're going to go to the airport there and listen to this. So we've got out there altimeter's currently 30.16,
Lima would like to start our descent.
and elevation there is 2164.
27 Lima, descent for the right, approach ILS 7.
Sierra 27 Lima, descend and maintain 4,000.
3016 2164. And why is that important? Because we need to put in our landing altitude 210. So put 250. So we'll be set for when landing time comes. And I can go ahead and adjust my QNH here to 016. Good. We're using something else I'm using here also. So we're using Say Intentions for our ATC. We're not on VATSIM. I use Say Intentions more than VATSIM, and I'm using ABC for my camera views. Because I like the way it frames the way I like it. Like right now, this size here. Here's the W. Here's the straight. That's how the frame looks if you just hit W. But if you notice when you hit 7, I have it set 7 at the 7 key. It pops. Just gives it a nice like rounded size there, and I can see everything. It's kind of cool. We're at a heading right now of about 002, something like that, or close. And we'll be landing at a heading of 347, for the airport. So we're like right. That means we don't have many turns to make, and that means when we begin our descent, we're literally going to go straight down. We're going to like go down and be already set up for our arrival. So I like that. We're going to go ahead too and do our descent here in the Zibo, or in the 737, which is our descent forecast. We'll see if it'll pull down some winds for us. Come on, give me some winds. I need a wind. Alright, load it. Come on, give me some winds. Yay! Okay, cool. We got winds. Load those, so our winds are already loaded for descent, for our descent time. And I can put our QNH in here also, so I'm going to put, because it's got to go right here, I got to put a forward space, / 30.16. And I'm going to execute that. And now you can see that we're 251 nautical miles from top of descent, and that would be the place where we begin our descent. And we're 345 miles out. Do any of y'all use, if anybody's on a view watching this, let me know if you use Say Intentions or Traffic Global. That's the other thing we are using. We're using Traffic Global, so any of the air traffic that's been inserted is coming out of Traffic Global. It is my understanding that Say Intentions First of all, they already have the traffic insertion beta for Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, maybe 2020. So they already have it for that version, but they haven't even started on it. It's my understanding with XPlane 12. If they have, they can correct me. If they have it and I don't know about it, I know nothing about it, but I'm hoping that they will begin a traffic insertion model with XPlane 12, but they haven't yet that I know of. I do know too that Traffic Global with the beta 12.3 that just came out for XPlane 12.3, they don't play nice. They don't play super nice together. So hoping they do something to fix that. By the way, I was checking. I was getting a message. I was making sure our frame rate and everything looks okay. Let's see what's going on here. I'm getting a lot of messages about frame rate drops. Let me know if you've had any issues on y'all's side. Yeah, I'm going to give it some more time to see if it evens out. If it's just, I don't know if it's a stream signal or what. I think we're okay. Anyway, yeah, if anyone is using Traffic Global, let me know. Or if you have another one's World Traffic. Now, I used World Traffic for a while, and the reason that I went away from World Traffic is that it required several different things you had to install to make it work, copy over models, and that was really annoying. Traffic Global's installation is simply one file, and it loads everything you need, puts it in the right place, and you don't have to think about it. And that was much easier for me, so that's why I went with something different in that case. Say Intentions and Traffic Global do not work together. There's no communication or anything at all. So that means when you're at an airport and you're using Say Intentions to get your clearance to take off, to depart, you still have to look left and look right before you cross the street because it's not going to know about the incoming plane that's or the aircraft. It doesn't keep up with that. So you have to. It's a pilot beware. You need to be sure that everything looks the way it's supposed to, or could go into getting too close to a plane. There's also another feature on it where you can have collisions enabled with aircraft, and I don't use it now. Traffic Global may correct me on this, but I would. If I had collisions activated, I could go into an airport and I'd go on top of a plane and have a fire like right off the bat, like something like almost like a collision. Something just wasn't right. Anyway, when you took off and went back to no collisions, it seemed to fix it. So. By the way, these clouds are a lot better. So I don't know, the cloud, that could be movable. It's a little bit too straight, but these clouds here, they look like that's my word. It's believable. Looks like it's an actual believable run. And I've got things set up right here for actual weather, like real-time weather. That's how I always set my flights up. I never try to like make the weather. I think it's even better if it's raining and it's real-time weather. It's really raining. It just seems like it looks a lot more good. It looks better. If you try to generate it, what's going on the ground? Shift 3. Those clouds look good. No, they look really good. I'm not positive what airport I'm at right now. I'm not sure. Not terribly sure. Guess I could look it up on my Navigraph, but let's see. That's K-Jax. That may be K-Jax. And when we go in for our approach, what I like about the way we're coming in is we're going into Asheville, and we're already coming in with no transition necessary. If you come in on the opposite end runway, I think it's 17, then you got a transition. But we're coming in on 3-5, which means we're coming straight in with no additional turns or transitions, and we can go straight in on our arrival. I'll give you 1 second. All right. Okay. We are, by the way, 260 miles outside of Asheville, and this is a straight in approach, so no turns, no twist. We'll get to go straight in, so that means we are quite close. We're probably less than 20 minutes, 30 minutes away. Right. And I'm going to go ahead and take the speed intervention and move it to back to VNAV. So we've been at Mach 0.81. We're slowing down. I'm going to go ahead and put our speed brakes on 2. Actually, I'm going to double check that. I think I'm going to want 3 for our arrival. And we'll be at about 145,000 pounds. Runway 35. Brakes we'll put on 3. And that tells us that we have a VREF of add 5. It's having us add 5 on VREF. So VREF is 40 plus 5. So that'd be 146 knots on VREF. 146 knots. And we are 147 nautical miles from top of descent. I've had issues this particular day on the stream. I don't know what's going on with that. It happens very infrequently, so I'm not sure why. At the moment, I'm not sure. All right, so anti-skid is at 3. Course directors at 347 for approach. And we'll have speed brake armed on approach. And our frequency for ILS is already entered, so we're good. See where we are here. That's a little bit of a quirky thing. No road. There's no road right there. I wonder if I can do anything about that. I don't want to use SimHeaven or AutoOrtho though. Prefer not to. We're 213 miles outside of our approach. We'll almost be passing over Charlotte, I think, from the angle we're coming in, I think. Here's what we need to do next is we're going to go and study our descent. Uh-oh. We've got a discontinuity there to fix. So we're going to put neuro up here. Okay. I've got an adder above at 51,000. UMix is 4,000. So I am going to put my altitude at 4,000 for descent and let it get managed down. Got that. And we're going to go ahead and put the seatbelt signs on. You notice something I didn't do when I started this flight. I didn't reset my chronometers. Oh, no, I didn't. We're traveling at about 519 miles per hour right now, and we're still at 340. And let's go ahead and get our fix rings. Fix. So we're coming in on runway 35. I'm going to make a 10-mile fix ring and a 4.5 mile. There's the fix rings. So fix rings are in place. Our arrival information, everything in the FMS is correct. Here on this Allegiant flight. Alright guys, 1 second. All right. Okay, we're let's check our distance out. We're about 164 miles outside of Asheville. We're going to hit some clouds. I'm checking let's check the map, see if we're going to hit some. No, not really. Not bad. We're very close to top of descent now. We could actually start now, but I'm going to wait just a couple more miles. Brian, would you go ahead and get our descent clearance?
I'll request our descent clearance now.
Thanks, Flight Sim Pilot.
Charlotte
I'll
Tower,
do that.
Allegiant 236 requesting clearance to descend.
Allegiant 236, descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Altimeter 3001.
Descend and maintain 10,000 feet, altimeter 3001, Allegiant 236.
Allegiant 236, Charlotte Tower. Just a heads up that we had an aircraft report, light turbulence with occasional moderate chop, about 40 minutes ago, at flight level 350.
Moderate chop. That's the new buzzword for say intentions. Moderate chop. You hear him say it a lot. Y'all experiencing any like delay on y'all's side? I don't see it here. I just see the message, but I don't see any change. Flight Sim Pilot, you ever flown into Asheville before? It's a neat little airport. I used to be with General Dynamics. I worked for a computer company called Enacom, or a CSC, Computer Science Corporation. Our client was General Dynamics, and we had a location that we would fly in by way of Asheville. And it's a smaller airport, but it's really nice. It's actually a nice airport, and it puts you right there in the mountains. The mountains are really nice up there. I'm wondering if we'll have a break in the clouds. Y'all see the mountains here. We're about these mountains here. We're about 2.5 hours from where I actually live here. Try not to chew in y'all's ear. Alright, we're already set. VREF is set for a 146 with a VREF add 5 on VREF. So we'll be coming in kind of hot. Not super hot, but winds aren't that bad. So I'm in with our brakes on 3. We should have plenty of room to stop. Although this isn't a super long runway at all. So auto anti-skid is set to 3. I've already got my altitude set down here to 4,000 as it manages its way down with VNAV. And I'm going to go ahead and arm my speed brake. Although if we have any problems with increasing speeds, we may have to use some speed brake. And everything else we should be set. We're good. We're 290 and descending. Let's go outside. See some other Allegiant flights up here because Allegiant, I'm not sure who else flies. Delta has a flight that flies out of Asheville, but Allegiant's a big regional airline circuit flying into Asheville. It's one airstrip, one runway, so it's 35 on one side, I think, 17 on the other. Pretty straightforward. That is a good question. There is a tool. Q8 Pilot has used it before. There is something you can add in. I'll make it a point to see if I can find out more about it. But I think there actually is a tool where you can actually you can have a co-pilot or fly together. I think Q8 Pilot uses it some. Because I think he's got like 2 or 3 people at one time that help him with his streams, and I believe he does. I'll look into that. He said something about that. In fact, about 2 streams ago, I heard him say something, and they were going to work on something together. So yeah, I'll see if I can find out more about that. I'm assuming Microsoft Flight Sim, they have that feature. On the multiplayer where you can fly. Just have to get the map now. About 94 miles outside of Asheville. Descent's just right, I think, right now. Yeah, we're about 1,000 feet per minute. Steady descent. one thing you have to be careful about flying into Asheville is like I think the elevation we're landing at is 2,146. So it'll fool you. In fact, even the way the runway sits, you'll see it's like if you drop off, it's like, oh goodness. Welcome to North Carolina. It's a pretty decent shot of him. We've got a ways to go. Just to get down to our final approach altitude. See my fixed rings. I love that setting up fixed rings for. It just is. It's an awareness thing, but it helps me kind of know where I am, kind of distance in between. I think I'm trusting VNAV on this, but I think it's going to have me down plenty of time. Well, you got to consider where the elevation we're landing at. We're not going all the way down to under 2,100. QNH is 3001. Anti-skid 3. Speed brake armed. And altitude set. Frequency is set. Checklist complete. Right, I went from STD back to I'm off standard now. Oh, and I mentioned what on my list? Course directors are set to 347. That had to be the, like, when I first started flying the Zibo, or for that matter the 737-800 in XPlane 12, I think I crashed the first 2 or 3 months. It took me forever to learn some things. For instance, if you go to activate approach and your course directors are not set correctly, that you'll end up turning away from the airport no matter what you do. And I went through that over and over and over again, not realizing what was going on, and finally figured that one out. I think that was probably the hardest thing. Used to drive me up the wall because I'm like, man, I'm perfect. I'm on the approach. I'm set up correctly. I got my frequency in, and then I would hit the approach button and I would immediately start turning to the left or right, and I'm like, what? And it took a while to figure that one out. Same principles here are when I was in law enforcement, we were at the range regularly, and that's things have to become muscle memory with what you do. Checklist is you're verifying everything but your muscle memory, those two work together, so you always know you're at the right place at the right time with the checklist. So, and the only way to learn that is over and over and over and over again, repeatedly. So it takes time. We're actually only 37 miles outside of the airport, so we're very close. In terms of our altitude, we're about right where we're supposed to be. That's good. Steady speed. Alright, y'all bear with me on this one. Make sure I'm set up correctly here. So we're just going under 10,000 now, so landing lights are activated. Engines to continuous. Start seeing the speed drop. Come on, buddy. VNAV, I'm counting on you. So we've got 17 miles to Nauru that's at or above 5,000, 050, 5,100. Hard restriction there. Looks like we're in good shape still. Yeah, I think we are. We're right about where we should be right now. Right, we're at 7,600, 7,400. We have a turn coming at Nauru, but we need to be at about 5,100 by then. I think we're right on track for that. Yeah, we're about 8 miles from Nauru. Speed-wise, it has us, once we hit Nauru, we begin to really diminish our speed. I think that's fine. I have activated the approach. Speed's coming down. We're about to go flaps 1. Flaps 1. And we're 11 miles out. I'm about to go gear down. We're at flaps 5.
Thousand to go. I didn't like that. I almost had to chase the localizer. All right, we captured.
1,000 feet, stabilize, Mr. Birch altitude set.
Things are going to happen kind of fast here. Should be okay. And the reason they happen fast is that runway looks short. Get there. My throttle.
500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
You see that slope? I was easy on the brakes on that, by the way. Not too hard.
400.
Flaps retracted and ground spoilers, back end spoilers are off. Oh. Alright, we're going to get us a gate. Brakes are on. GPU, set chocks. Everything's off. I know you see those planes all over that XPlane, but they really are a thing in North Carolina. They really are. Okay. go ahead and close out the flight with Legion. That landing seemed a little bit harsh. I came in a little hotter. Let me see how it was. Yeah, that landing was really hot. More so, and I should have not let it auto land because of the slope it was on. I think it's easier if I would have landed it. This time I try to do the auto land. Yeah, with that in mind, I don't know why I'm torturing myself to go back and watch it, but let's look at it. I'm having some. It's me. Like I've got a beefy graphics card, but that took a bit. Took a minute to load. That right there. That's pretty much it. Golf course. See that slope runway on how much of a slope it is. It's really like that. Yeah, I didn't like that. We'll work on that. And one more angle. I will say that it is important to get on the ground quick.